is Ode to Joy, performed by me and my violin, Bob. So welcome to our show. Today it's me and my violin, Bob, and we just played for you Ode to Joy. But before we start this show, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you don't get to miss any of our videos once we drop them out. And follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And Facebook, you can go check out sneak peeks and other videos that I once played in the violin. So, today we're going to be learning about slurs. So, this is an example of a slur. So, a slur is a term for violinists when we use one entire bow to play two notes. So, for example, right now I just played for you E. For you E, fish, E, fish, E, using only the downwards bow that I was going through, because most of the time all you do is just do this. But as you continue learning, you get to learn other things, like for example, the slur. That's how you play a slur. So, when you do a slur, it usually means that one of the things that you have to do is learn how to play the bows downwards, upward, while combining both of the notes. So, for example, the first half of your portion is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you don't get to miss the bow, but you also play both of the notes while using the same bow, like this. And you can use it on other strings too, like for example, A. And open strings too. And that's how you do a slur. Let's practice. So our first notes are going to be E, fish, E, like the one that we just did right now. Ready? Let's try it with fish, G. With F and G. Let's do it. Ready? Fish. Fish, G, E. When you get more advanced, you're gonna find a lot of slurs in a bunch of notes. Like for example, in the song that I was working in, that has a tune that I've been working on for a while. It has a slur in the end of the song, so it goes like this. Let's try it. Slurs for the very first time, because I remember when I first learned it, it was really hard for me because I was used to using the bow with two separate lines, with two separate bowing. So instead of using like down, up, down, I had to get used to using down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And that's how you had a lot of warm-ups when we started to learn about slurs, because you used to do like this. Down, up, down, the slurs, it will get easier for us to remember because we used to do a lot of warm-ups with it. So it will go something like this. Our teacher will give us the slurs, and usually when you do a slur for a note, one note is downwards and it kind of looks like a smiley face. So the note is down, one note is down, and the other one slurs up. It has a little curve on the bottom that looks like a smiley face, and then it connects to the other string. So so every time you see one of those, you know that you're supposed to use a slur for the music. So like this song, it usually go like down, up, down, down. It goes down, up, down. Two separate notes that are used for the ones that go down, up, down. The notes that don't have slurs, they usually do. They don't have a line that connects to each other. So when you see notes that goes down with a big curve on the bottom, it usually means I have to go through a slur. But when you see no curve on the bottom, that means you can use two separate bows. Like if you see the curve, it means that when you play, like for example, D and E. So when you see the curve, it means but when you don't see a curve, it goes. And I promised you guys I was going to teach you some warm-ups. So here's some warm-ups that are going to help you while you do the slur. Like this, so the one I just showed you right now, it goes. Now you're going to use the A string, the same thing. And then E. And then G. One of the warm-ups that we did inside our school was down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Ready? Let's try it. To help you, especially if you have a song that has a lot of slurs. It's best when you practice. You guys practice, don't you? So when you practice, you're going to use the same warm-ups before you start, so you get used to the playing. That's all the warm-ups that I learned that's going to help you. So I hope you learned something new, and from now on, every single time I start a show, I'm going to show you a very new song that I just learned over the week. Like for this show, I showed you Ode to Joy, the one that we learned a couple of weeks ago. But tomorrow, I mean next week, we're gonna learn I'm gonna show you a new song, Amazing Grace. And I can't wait to see all of you for it. But before we end this show, I'm gonna give you guys 2 seconds to subscribe. Are you ready? Okay. 1, 2. Thank you so much for listening to our show, and I hope you had a lot of fun learning with it. And I'll see you in Daddy Dog Conversations on Friday. Thank you.